Hey everybody, Ace C here. Welcome back to more Slime Rancher. We had technical difficulties last time. The stream only lasted for 22 friggin' minutes. Well, looks like I know what the title of that one is going to be anyway, since, you know, I didn't make it to 100,000 new bucks in the last part, so yeah, you were right. You were right. That's the thing with the TARS. That's gonna be the name of the 22-minute stream, shortest stream I've ever done. Will you pricks stop?
I love it when I'm right.
Oh, will you pricks please, for the love of God, stop trying to blow me up. I know you're nukes. I know that you like to cause wanton destruction. But seriously, tone it down a little. Daddy's not in the mood to deal with any of your crap.
I'm guessing you won't be able to get to Shantae today.
Oh, no, I am still planning on doing Shantae, because again, it's only 6:22 right now. Okay, so there's still plenty of time.
But again, yeah, honestly, I don't get the deal with the, oh, your game crashed, oh, the live stream has to stop. It's like, really? I don't see any other YouTube having technical hiccups.
And it's only for Slime Rancher. I haven't had this kind of issue with Shantae. Or Cora. I didn't have this issue with Shantae. I didn't have this issue with Cora. I didn't have this issue... Oh, no, never mind. I did have this issue with Kingdom Hearts. But that was mainly because there were a bunch of storms going on when I tried to stream. So, of course, it wasn't going to work. But there's no storms. I have perfect internet connection right now. And yet I keep having technical difficulties. And I've checked the network, my PlayStation network, and it has perfect connection. And it's like, what's the problem?
And for me, the only time I've had this one hiccup is when I was doing Minecraft.
I didn't have this issue before you joined the streams. It's your fault.
What's next? My girlfriend's gonna be saying, start throwing my shit out of the house, saying, not all that stuff now.
Okay, 75,000. I just need 25,000 more. Just 25,000 more. Please.
Can't you just sell the gold? Can you just sell the golden statue to get money?
Nope. You can't suck it up in your suck cannon. Suck, 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 suck. That's a great movie, Spaceballs. I love that. That movie's hilarious.
Yeah, it takes a jab at Star Wars and it's hilarious. It's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it takes a jab at Star Wars, but in a funny way. It doesn't, like, straight up insult Star Wars and insult the people who like it. No. It knows all about Star Wars, and it just kind of pokes fun at it just for fun. It's not to be spiteful. It's just to have fun. And I like that. That's what parodies are. That's what parodies should be. Is just poking fun at something just simply to have a good time. Not to be spiteful.
For me, the one line I like from Little Frankenstein, and I love this movie. Yes, it's black and white. It's still a good movie. What the knockers? Why, thank you, Doctor.
What knockers? Oh, thank you, Doctor. I am Frau Blucher. And then just horses go freaking out. And then Igor eventually comes back out. Bluka! Oh man,
this one just died earlier. Oh, or it goes for the heads. How long they died?
Yeah, it goes for the heads. Like 2 years dead, 1 year dead, 6 months dead, freshly dead. I ain't got nobody, and nobody cares for me. Yeah.
Too bad that he's not doing any more movies. Kinda sucks.
Yeah, Mel Brooks, yeah, he's not doing any more films. He's retired. I mean, he has a really good resume. He's got like 16 films under his belt, and all of them are hilarious as all hell.
Yes, and he's got a stand-up comedy as well.
Yeah, he's done a handful of stand-up comedy specials as well. Yeah, those are always funny to watch. 90,000! Okay. Oh, I'm just 10,000 away! I'm so close!
If you can talk to someone, anybody that's dead, who would you talk to?
Stanley.
Like,
easily, Stanley.
I am kind of torn between two people, Stan Lee and Robin Williams.
I mean, Robin Williams would be cool too, but I would rather talk to Stan Lee simply because there was a convention that I went. There was a convention that I went to a few years ago here in Indianapolis. Stan Lee was there doing a panel, question and answer panel, and I was in line to ask him a question, and when I got up to the front of the line, I was the next person to ask the question, and then the time was up, and it was time for them to go. So I couldn't ask my question, and unfortunately, I didn't get another chance to actually see him or talk to him. That was my one chance to talk to Stan Lee, and it was taken from me.
And what question were you going to ask?
I was going to ask him. I actually had two questions. One, I was going to ask him if he could create one more superhero, what would it be? And the other question is if he could see one superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that hasn't already been shown yet, who would it be? Those were my two questions, and unfortunately, I will never get the answers to those. So if I could just turn back time and talk to him when he was alive, just once, that's what I would ask.
No, the question was technically if you could talk to someone that was dead and talk to them like in spiritual form.
Yeah. Oh, is this gonna be enough? Am I gonna get to it? Oh, come on! I'm 137 new bucks away. Oh, I'm so close! Oh, come on! I'm like 3 points away!
The other person I would ask something is my father. But, again, questions that I will never be able to ask him.
You're going into some personal stuff there, dude. Are you sure you want to say all this stuff on a stream?
Yeah, it's fine. It's questions that I'm not going to give out to anything. It's just I would ask a couple of questions.
All right. I just want you to be aware that we are still streaming right now, so I just don't want you to, like, say anything and then regret saying it.
Yeah. It's just I would like to spend more time with my father and just...
Just trying to watch your back.
Yeah. and all that stuff. That's what I would probably ask. Yeah, I asked my uncle last night, saying, "Hey, can we go see the It Chapter 2? Because I'm curious about it since I've seen the first one."
I still haven't seen the first one. I'm waiting for both chapters to come out on DVD because there's going to be like a double feature collection that's going to come out when It Chapter 2 comes out. Which, by the way, we will be getting another film, another It film, whether it be Chapter 0 or Chapter 3 or both, but we are going to get something more. The director confirms that we have not seen the last of Pennywise, that we're going to get to see a little more of him.
But again,
the actor who plays Pennywise has said that he would like to see a prequel taking place like years before, like kind of showing Pennywise's origin and all that stuff.
But again, out of both Pennywises, I say this one's the better. I like Tim Curry and all that stuff. It's just this new Pennywise knows what he's doing.
No. Okay. Here's the thing. This Pennywise is good at being really scary. But he sucks at luring kids in. Just like how the Nostalgia Critic said in his review of Chapter 1, the great thing about Tim Curry's Pennywise is that he was a really good clown. He was very clever and funny, so he was able to lure children into his evil traps. This guy is not clever or funny. Like, he's not good at being funny. He's good at being scary.
Give it a couple of years and all that stuff, and they'll reboot this series again.
It's like, if they could somehow merge both Pennywises together, then that would be perfect.
But again, give it a couple of years, like they've been doing with Spider-Man, and they'll reboot it.
Yeah. And that's it! I did it! I did it! Woo! 100,000! Oh, finally! I'm done. I'm done with that. Now I need to move all of them into this area.
Move what into this area?
There you go.
Your nukes?
I need to move all of them. All of my leave them here. Leave that there. I don't need this right now. Boom! Goodbye. Sploosh! I'm gonna move all of my slimes into this area. All my different slime combinations.
Okay. And you've already got food for them already in there?
That's the thing. I'm gonna be moving the food that I have. Oh, that's right. I forgot. That's right. I forgot I got rid of those because I didn't need to worry about them anymore. Put you here.
But again, I do like how the Nostalgia Critic did cover Chapter 1, and I'm glad that he's covering Chapter 2.
Yeah.
Did you see his review on Aladdin?
Yes, and here's the thing. He is narrow-minded when it comes to the live-action reboots. It doesn't matter how good Disney live-action reboots. Nostalgia Critic has already decided that it will be garbage, no matter what. He has stated before that having it be vastly different, like how Maleficent, for instance. Maleficent was vastly different from the source material, like practically unrecognizable from the original source material, from the original film, from the original animated film. It was practically unrecognizable. So, he says that's a bad thing. Okay, so what about having it be 100% faithful to the original, to where it's a shot-by-shot remake of the original, just like The Lion King? He says that that's garbage. That having it be 100% faithful is not good. Having it be not faithful is not good. And Aladdin is middle of the road. It is like 70% faithful with like 30% new stuff added. And he says that's garbage. So it doesn't matter how faithful or unfaithful it is, he will always say it's garbage. So you can't trust his opinion on the live-action remakes for the Disney films, because he's always going to say it's garbage. The next time I go to meet him at PopCon, I'm going to say this to him. I'm going to tell him what I just told you, and I'm going to ask him this question. How would you make good live-action adaptations of these Disney films? How does Disney make good live adaptations? If having it be faithful, unfaithful, or half and half, if none of that works, how would you make a good Disney live-action adaptation? And you can't say don't make them, because you know Disney's going to keep making them, so how do they make them good? I'm going to ask him that question, and I'm going to see what answer he comes up with. Because no matter what he answers, it's going to fall into one of those three categories that he already said doesn't work. Which means he'll expose himself as a freaking hypocrite.
After seeing bits and pieces of the movie, I do like it for adding new stuff. It's just remaking the songs I really don't like. But that's my only nitpick about the movie.
I like a lot of the songs. A lot of the remake songs are really good. The two that I find are questionable. The two that I find are questionable, one is Friend Like Me. Now, I don't mind the remake version of Friend Like Me. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. It just doesn't hold up to the original. It doesn't hold up to the energy of the original Friend Like Me. I do acknowledge that. But I still think that this one is fine. It's passable. The other one that I think was good, but needed a little work, was A Whole New World. I thought it was good because the actors who were playing Aladdin and Jasmine sound and look exactly like how I imagined they would look. Like, I don't see just a couple of actors playing parts. I see a real Aladdin and Jasmine on the screen.
And folks,
I just think that they should have tried a little harder. I think they should have tried a little harder with that song.
And for me, I'm not telling you guys to go see this or not. It's up to you.
Oh, I mean, it's not even in theaters. It's out on DVD now. So
yes, but again, I'm saying now, if they make the live actions good or bad, you still got the originals to go back to, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Disney will keep pouring out new stuff, remaking a lot of old stuff, and once you go see it, you can Do I know that person?
What?
Oh, yes, I do. Nothing. It's someone sent me a not a friend, a party invite. But
Hello? Oh, shoot!
what?
Oh shoot! I forgot to add solar shields to this one. Oh no! I just killed one of my Largos because I forgot to put solar shields on it. Oh shoot! Oh god dang! Oh man! Oh crap! So I'm gonna have to get another one. Ah, dang it! That one's my fault. Ah, crap! That was a dum-dum. I made a dum-dum.
You got a lot on your plate, okay, man?
Ah!
Because I'm just realizing that just now, yeah. Because the only times that I went after in my playthrough, I went through for everything, but again, after I didn't need the ones I needed, after I went to the Glass Deserts, I just went with fire slimes. But again, it's a boo-boo that you made and all that stuff. Everyone's done it. It's only nature.
Still, I did not think ahead. I usually think ahead in this game, and I just screwed up. I feel bad because I put him out in the sun. It's like, ah, no, ah, I'm gonna die.
So you're saying they're like vampires?
Yeah, well, they're fireflies. They can't. Fireflies only live in the dark. They can't live in the light.
Well, that's gonna be a hilarious routine. I'm gonna put you as a fire slime. No, don't.
I need to hurry. I need to get this. I need to make sure to hurry and get these guys in here fast enough before they just disappear.
So what? They have like a time limit or something?
Yes, they can only be out in the sun for so long before poof, just out of existence.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
And yes, I see that a lot of them are really hungry. I will feed you guys here soon. Be patient.
Is that what the drill symbol on their lips are for?
Yes, it's to show that they're hungry. Basically, you can tell based on the different expressions on their faces. Like, if they look, if they are like super angry to the point where they're feral, then that means they're starving. And then if they look upset, if they look upset, then that means they are very hungry. If they are drooling, then that's they are hungry, but not as hungry as they were. That's another level of hunger. If they're smiling with their mouth closed, then they are a little hungry, but overall somewhat satisfied. And then if they're smiling with their mouth wide open, then that basically just means that everything is perfect. Okay, everything is absolutely perfect. So.
Okay, how would you root this if they were a Saiyan, technically, since you know how Saiyans like to eat and all that stuff?
Well, honestly, I don't think I... Okay, if we're going by levels of hunger, then open-mouthed smiley is base. Closed-mouth smiley is 1. Drooling is 2. Okay. Upset is 3. And feral is 4.
Okay.
That was actually kind of tricky to do. Ugh. You guys are little a-holes.
And he's smiling at you. So yeah, he knows he's won.
Yeah. It's like,
Are you sure
I'm not gonna blow you up, Daddy. Don't worry. You can trust me.
Are you sure this ain't my child?
You can trust me not to blow you up. Get in there and shut up.
Place your bets, place your bets. Let's see how long it takes for the nukes to go off.
I do like how when you suck up rad Largos and have them attached to your vac cannon, they're not the radiation aura they have just goes away. Like they lose their radiation aura when you're carrying them around. That way you're not constantly getting radiated.
Yes, and again, technically, the only reason why they did that is because by the time you get to wherever you need to make them, they would already kill you by that point.
Yeah.
And some the developers that made this game thought ahead, and it's like, well, if they're carrying this and they passed out, they're going to complain, moan, and all that stuff that gamers do.
Well, it used to be that they would still radiate you, even when you were carrying them. So that's how it used to be, and they altered it, which I'm grateful for, because it means I'm not doing a mad dash trying to get from one place to another while carrying it. You guys are angry. You're not feral yet, but I can see you're angry, which means I'd better feed you guys soon, otherwise you are gonna go feral. And then that's not gonna be good for anybody.
But yeah. But again, another game that I'm very interested in whenever this game comes out, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. I am curious how this game is going to play.
That's still the working title right now. We don't know the full title. We don't know what the actual title is going to be.
Actually, the title is Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That's the main title. That's the base title.
That's the working title. They haven't officially stated that that's the actual title, because all we know is that it's coming out next year. We don't know exactly when next year.
It's coming out next year, and I'm happy that they're going over the Saiyan saga, the Frieza saga, and my favorite saga in Z, the Buu saga.
Well, they're also covering the Cell saga because they have to if they're covering the Buu saga.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they're covering the entirety of Dragon Ball Z, which basically just means that this is basically the Dragon Ball equivalent of the Naruto Storm games.
And I wouldn't mind seeing a game with Super and GT.
We're more likely to get Super before we get GT. If anything, we might get GT in probably the same game that we get like coverage of like all the Dragon Ball Z movies. I imagine they'll probably do something like that, just cover all the filler stuff in one go, in a single game. and then have Super be its own game.
But again, each Dragon Ball Z game, they are interesting. They are good. From the first Dragon Ball Z game I think I played was Dragon Ball Z Ultimate something, where it had buffed out Goku and Super Saiyan 2, I believe, was Shenron in the background.
Yeah, Ultimate, oh shoot, it starts with a T. I know which one you're talking about.
Yes, and again, that also introduced customization of your own Saiyan.
Well, I mean, it's technically not your own Saiyan. You are still customizing the other characters. It's not your own original character. They wouldn't do something like that until Xenoverse.
Yes, but again, they had the size between bigs, medium, or small for your own character, and your character was mostly male. They had no female except to Meg. Because again, I think that game went by underneath people's noses. And the only transformation
no, it didn't. A lot of people knew about the game. A lot of people liked the game. The problem was that Conrad, my comrade, hello. The problem is that it did not gain a whole lot of popularity until after it was already irrelevant.
But again, it introduced different stuff I liked about it. The only transformation you can go was Super Saiyan 1, so...
Okay. Alright.
You gonna start feeding them now?
Yep. It's been quite a while since I've pulled an all-nighter in Slime Rancher. But looks like this is going to be an all-nighter. Yeah, the last one, we had more technical difficulties, so that's that's most likely why it didn't load properly on the channel. I'll get it taken care of. This is the last Slime Rancher stream I'm doing tonight. I'm not doing any more tonight. I've had about enough Slime Rancher today. I keep running into problems, and it's just irritating me. So, right now I'm just trying to finish getting everybody. I'm trying to finish getting everybody moved over to the lab area so that we can start farming for lab equipment stuff that we need. Okay. New Zealand. Oh! New Zealand. Oh, I really want a vacation there. I live in the good old US of A.
Yeah, so do I.
More specifically, Indiana of the US.
Isn't New Zealand basically warm 24/7?
It's not. It's warm, but it's not hot, which I think is the best thing. The fact that it's not hot, it's just warm, which I like. But yeah, I really want to visit New Zealand someday. Like, I've seen images and footage of people going there, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Oh, I want to go there so bad. And especially to see...
What, the women?
No. To see the places where the Lord of the Rings films were filmed. Because that's where all the Middle-earth movies were filmed, in New Zealand.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I really want to visit all of those locations where all the sets were, because that would just be absolutely incredible. Okay.
But again, I prefer to live in Indianapolis and all that stuff. Because again, I like hot weather, but I want a variety of weather.
I find it so ironic, honestly, that you say that, considering how back when you lived here in Indiana, you were always talking about how much you wanted to live down in Florida since it's hot 24/7, and I kept telling you, you would eventually get bored of that constant hot weather, and you would eventually wish you had some cold weather. And you're like, no, I wouldn't. I would love it every minute of every day. And now, look who ended up being right!
Oh, we're right about some stuff about each other, and we're wrong about half the time about with each other. But again, at least I'm coming down for Christmas and all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean house here, because there's still a few plorts left.
Are you tearing those down, or are you moving some other slimes in?
No, I'm not tearing these things. I'm not tearing these things. I'm not tearing these things down. I'm gonna keep them here because I will be using them later. So I don't need to use them at the I won't need to use them at the moment, but I will use them after I've done all the DLC stuff. Silver parsnips and the prickle pears you can only get in the Glass Desert. I'm actually going to be taking a trip to the Glass Desert here pretty soon, so I'll show you. I'll show you.
BRB.
Don't worry, Conrad, my comrade.
BRB, right. A minute.
All right, take your time. The only way to get into the Glass Desert is to pop a bunch of Gordos. So I hope you have plenty of fruits, veggies, and meat, because you're gonna have to pop a lot of Gordos to get keys in order to get into the Ancient Garden. And then once you've gotten to the Ancient Garden, you're going to need one of a few plorts. You're going to need a tabby plort, a rock plort. Let me see. You're going to need a tabby plort, rock plort, boom plort, rad plort, phosphor plort, and honey plort. You're gonna need one of each of those 6 plorts in order to open up the ancient ruins. Wrong teleporter. This is the ancient ruins.
I am
At the very end of the ancient ruins, past that door, is a temple. Once you go down that temple, if you use a slime key that you can get from the Gordo slimes. Oh, you need to open up the overgrowth area because that area gives you infinite hens. This is the overgrowth area. You want to open this area up. This will give you infinite hens. It will always spawn like 12 hens every day. At the beginning of every day, it will spawn 12 more hens. So you can just kind of farm for that for a few days until you have 50 chickens, and then you can go give them to whatever Gordo likes meat. But make sure to only give them to Gordos that like meat. The coins, I believe it's 1,800. I believe you need 1,800 in order to get the overgrowth.
But again, you can go back to your playthrough and see what.
Yeah. I cover everything you need to know in my playthrough. In the first 11 parts, in fact. Everything you need to know in order to everything you need to know in order to beat the story is in the first 11 parts of my playthrough. So if you just kind of follow what I do there, you'll easily get the money you need and you'll easily open everything up. Trust me. Trust me. I had a really good strategy for getting everything done quickly.
Oh, you should have shown when he first started playing. When he first got the game. It was hilarious.
Here. Giving you some extras.
We're not trying to fat up the children, unless we're going to eat them.
No, I'm just trying to give them a little extra so that they all remain happy. All right. And now, I'm on a mission.
To Nirvana?
I'm on a mission to find Dervish slimes. Dervish! That's one. That's two. Oh, I hear another one. I hear you. Where are you? Three. Oh, that's four. That's five. I need one more. There you are. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
Don't you want to go for 6?
I show off every single Gordo the game has to offer in the first 11 parts of my playthrough. I can show you where the first one you will most likely come across is. And the first one you will most likely come across is a pink Gordo, and it is right over here. And you only need 25 food items in order to pop it. It's always going to be right over there on that island. That's going to be the first Gordo you come across, and it will give you a slime key, which you can use to open up the moss blanket area or the... You already got him popped? Alright. Well, look, just go through my playthrough and you'll see where all of the different Gordos are, because I pop them all pretty quickly. I get around to popping each of them pretty fast. Because I've played this game enough to where I know where most of them are by heart.
Are you sure about that?
I said most. I did miss one Tango Gordo. More like I didn't miss him, I just kind of forgot he was there. Because I didn't have enough,
You're making pink galaxies?
Pink Dervish. Pink Dervish, yes. I'm making pink Dervish slimes because I will always need more pink plorts for the lab, and I do need a lot of Dervish. And now I have a use for my prickle pears!
Your what?
Prickle pears.
What the fuck is a prickle pear?
I'll show you.
And excuse me for cursing, it's just slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Lagtown.
These are prickle pears. They're literally pears that have prickles on them. Kind of self-explanatory.
It kind of looks like a fruit from One Piece. But again,
a prick fruit. What was it? What is it? A prick fruit? Is that what it's called? It turns whoever eats it into a prick. Well, then, if that's the case, then my nuke slimes have already gotten into these things, because they're nothing but a bunch of pricks.
But again, it's just that anime. I don't care if you like the anime or like the manga of One Piece.
Green fruit. Oh, next to the prickle pears? You talking about these? Let the chat catch up.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, these are mint mangoes. You can find them in the moss blanket area. And they're the favorite of the honey slimes. The honey slimes love these. If you feed... Yeah, you get them in the moss blanket. You have to unlock the moss blanket, and you need a slime key. You need a slime key for that. These are honey slime's favorite. If you feed mint mangoes to honey slimes, they will give you double the plorts. Yeah, and these are phase lemons. They're the favorite of quantum slimes, which only live in the ancient ruins. And if you feed them to quantum slimes, they'll give you double the plorts. Prickle pears are the favorite of dervish slimes. Feed them this, and you guessed it, you get double the plorts.
Feed anything to a fire slime, you're gonna get plorts.
Yeah, you don't have to give anything to the fire slimes. You just have to incinerate a few things every once in a while.
Or incinerate over 1,000 things and feed them for a while.
No, that's the thing. You can incinerate as much as you want, but it will not overflow the ash truffle. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much you feed them, because it only counts up to the top of the ash truffle. So you're not able to overfeed them. It's not possible. And they go through the ash truffle like nobody's business.
So basically me when I'm eating a taco.
Or me with pizza. Man, I want some pizza now. Why did I have to say the magic word? Now I want pizza.
What was it for pizza that I enjoyed? Supreme pizza? Meat lovers pizza?
Yeah, I can show you my
pizza.
different slimes. These are Dervish Pink. These are not... I'm not going to be keeping them around for too long. I'm just keeping them here while I'm trying to farm for... plorts to put in the lab. These are my honey flies. They are phosphors and honey slimes merged together. These are my stoned cats. They are rock slimes and tabby slimes put together.
And don't do drugs, man.
Are my nukes. These are my nukes. They are boom rad slimes.
Don't you mean the perks of a slime?
Yeah, these are mosaic crystals. Again, I only have them here to help with the lab stuff. I'll be getting rid of these and the pink dervish here pretty soon. And over here in this area, in Lagtown,
here's your crystal roses.
Yep, my crystal roses. I got 6 of them. Suck it, beast! I got 6 crystal roses. You only have 1.
Who?
Beast. Beauty and the Beast.
Oh.
Seriously?
I'm sorry, I'm thinking about pizza over here.
Well, stop it! You're making me think about pizza now. Oh, you want to know where to find them? Okay, yeah. Sure. Oh wait, first there is one more kind of slime that I have that I do need to show off to complete this tour. Toys basically just help to keep the slimes calm. It basically does the same thing as music boxes that you can put on the corrals. It just reduces their agitation so that they won't go feral. So if you have a music box and you have, let's say you have, take my honey slimes for instance. They like the bee plushie and they like the lamp. So if you put both of those in there, as well as have a music box, then that's a 3 times probability that they will never get upset. That they will never become feral.
Unless your nuke decides to throw their poop into another...
Well, that's them turning into tars. That's them turning into tars. That's different. But yeah, these are my puddle slimes. I don't really need any more of their plorts right now, so I'm not going to worry about that.
But again, I can go for some pineapple ham pizza.
You're almost done. I will wait one more day. Tars are the black Tars are the black creatures that show up and try to eat everything. You've probably run into them already once or twice. Show you? Sure. Let me see if I can go find one, because they like to spawn. They'll probably be over here. Tars usually spawn. Oh! Yay! I need one more of you because I need one phosphor slime because, you know, I was a dum-dum earlier. Ooh, yay. Yes, eat it. Yeah, there's a tar. See? So you see, tars, slimes become tar. A largo can become a tar when it eats a plort different from its own. So that was a pink phosphor. So it ate a rock slime plort, and so it became a tar. You have to be very careful around these guys, but it's okay because as long as you have some water, you can just blast them with some water and it destroys them.
Well, the more you talk about it, the more you're going to sleep.
That's fine because we're gonna wrap it up here in just a sec.
Let's see what he's making. We're having steak tonight.
My favorite slime is mosaic slime. They are so cool looking. If I had to pick a second favorite slime, it would definitely be puddle slimes. But my number one favorite slime is absolutely mosaic slimes.
Well, my slimes are the little burn everything to the ground slimes.
Yeah, fire slimes. Gold slimes are great, but I'm more so talking about slimes that you can actually ranch. Unfortunately, you can't ranch any gold slimes. If you could, that would break the game in half.
What, about maybe 2 recordings and you could break the game?
Like ranching gold slimes. If you could like merge gold slimes with, like, say, lucky slimes or something. If you could do that, then you'd break the game in half because how
much are their values of turd?
Oh, that's the thing. It's different. The plort market is always changing. Let's see what they are worth right now. 330. That's not good. Anything above 400 is great. A lucky slime, they're also pretty rare. The lucky slimes are pretty rare slimes. When you find one, shoot a chicken at it. It will eat it, and it will give you a ton of new bucks, like automatically. I'll show off what they look like here in just a sec. Right now, I need to fix a mistake I made. Come on. Hey, eat. Eat it. Eat it. There you go! That's a good honey fly! Who's a good honey fly?
I'm gonna go get me something to eat now. Be right back.
Hold on. We're gonna be ending it in just a second, in just a few seconds. So you can wait for just a little bit. So, yeah. Here's the different slimes. Pink, rock, phosphor, tabby. You can find all of those in your main area without opening up any doors. Rad and boom slimes are most common in oh wow, I'm drawing a blank now. The rocky area. They're most common in the rocky area. Hunter, honey, and puddle slimes are most common in the moss blanket. Crystal slimes in the rocky area. Gold slimes are really hard to find. These are lucky slimes. They're hard to come by as well. Quantum slimes, you can only find them in the ancient ruins. Fire slimes, mosaic slimes, dervish slimes, and tangle slimes you can only find in the glass desert. Saber slimes are for DLC Pack 1. Quicksilver slimes, DLC Pack 2. And then there's one more kind of slime that we have not seen yet because I haven't moved on to DLC Pack 3. So that's where you can find everything, and again, I show all of this stuff off in the first 11 parts of my playthrough, so you can always go watch that if you want to see exactly how I did everything. But for now, I'm gonna leave it here. We are finally done for now with collecting new bucks, and now we're gonna be farming for the lab in order so I can get a teleportation system going, up and going, and then once I'm done with all of that, then we'll be ready to move back onto the DLC packs. And so next week we'll probably do the entirety of the lab farming. We'll probably do the entirety of that because I don't imagine it would take it's going to take too long to do that. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm happy. I'm glad that we're finally moving on from this part. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right. Take care, everyone.
Ugh.